Yes, guys, you're now locked in with me, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Eldris Tiller.
And your boy, Mason Fox.
And now you're locked into Not Fit for Sports. We're two intellectual guys. We get together and we talk about everything to do with sports in the sports world.
Yes, because talking about it is all that we can do these days.
Yeah, we're not really fit enough to play, are we?
We are not.
Nah, I tried to play football like the other week, but I almost pulled a muscle.
Did you?
Yeah, man.
It's not like it used to be, where it takes you ages to get over it now. I think I went to the gym last week a couple of times and I had to ice my knee because my knee was sore. I'm too old for this, bro.
Bro, on God, bro, I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
Packed in. It's like I seen Suarez scored against against Palmeiras.
Yeah.
See that goal he scored?
I've seen that. Prime Suarez.
Prime Suarez, bro. I'm telling you now, I guarantee you, when he got back home, he jumped in just ice.
Yeah.
Not even. He had to put ice in with the cling film around his knee, bro.
Yeah.
He was iced up, bro.
Full body one. Full body,
bro. He had to wrap his whole body, bro. But let's jump straight into the breaking news today. Lyon has been relegated.
That is crazy. It came
That's
to
crazy.
a shock to me. I didn't even see that, and when it came through originally, and then I had to be told, and I was like, "You got to be joking."
Obviously, they're going to appeal it, but by the looks of it, it's looking like they're not going to appeal it because they're in 500 million debt.
Yeah, I feel
That's
something
crazy.
that's obviously been going on for a while, because that's something you just go, "Oh, I'm in this debt. What can I do?" Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
He's like,
What are you gonna do?
surprise! Yeah. But yeah, I do feel like obviously it's definitely a shock. Such a big team in the French League like that, just getting relegated
Straight away as well.
straight away. But obviously, in €505 million worth of debt because they spent too much. They can't pay it back. I'm not sure if they're able to do something before a certain deadline. So, like I say, I think they can try and get someone to come in, buy them, take on that debt.
Yeah.
And then I think there may be like a deadline. If that does happen, they might be able to reverse the relegate. But
even before that, they've already been banned for like 3 transfer windows.
yeah,
so
the
they
transfer
can't get
embargo
players in.
for the same reason as well.
Yeah,
So
they can't get players in. They're 500 million down, and they've been relegated.
yeah,
Now players are looking to leave already because obviously Turkey's already gone.
Yeah.
Who else is the main guy there?
I don't know about money to be spent, but I mean, to get players off the books, you've got obviously Lacazette issuing loads of money there. They've got Malik Fofana, who plays on the left, who's been linked to a few teams. He's supposed to be good. Chelsea is linked to him, actually, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it just is that obviously they're trying to fix by selling players, raising money, but they might avoid relegation to sort out the finances, but I don't think that's going to happen. They've been
Done it.
done already. So, but like I say, it's not something that just popped up out of nowhere. They've obviously known, because that's why they got the transfer embargo, like we spoke about there.
I feel bad when these things happen, for teams, because when you get relegated because of your financial issues,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's bad because obviously the fans have put a level of trust into you to take over this team,
Yeah.
to make sure these kind of things don't happen, and then it does happen, and then you expect the fans to stick around.
Yeah.
A lot of times they do stick around, but then from history, when it proves itself,
Yeah.
you just go down.
No.
You go downhill from then, like.
Because then it's also a case of they go down and all the players want to leave because no one wants to play in League Two. So it damages the club, not just on a level of right now, but like future as well, because
Yeah, of course.
no one's going to come play. Then you've got to then try and get through the second division with none of your good players anymore. You might get stuck in there for a little bit. I mean,
And we've seen a lot of times when teams, even in the Premier League, they've spent however we wanted to spend, and then we shouldn't have spent that much. Now look at us, like, do you know what I mean? And it's happened time and time again. So I don't understand how people still don't avoid these kind of dealings, because
it's
now,
tough, isn't it? Because there's always that saying that you got to spend money to make money kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but you never expect of these big clubs, because you always think that these big clubs have got these endless pots of money that don't ever run out, because they're always able to bring funds up by either selling players, doing this. But something crazy going on there where they've not been keeping an eye on. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
keep an eye on the books.
Yeah, who's been doing the books over there?
Clearly not the manager, or not the manager.
No.
Well, the owner, because now they're in debt. They're in League Two. They already lost their best players before all this even got announced. Anyways,
Yeah.
Now they're going to lose their even better players just to try to raise that money. Probably have to start playing with the youth team just because. I want to see how they do. I really want to see how they get on, because they've kind of turned that league upside down now. They really have. And it should not be like that at all.
It'd also be interesting to see as well, because I'm pretty sure they had European football as well.
Oh, did they?
Where does that spot go? Who gets that spot? How's that decided?
Wait, is Oh, yeah, no, who am I thinking of now? So who does the Crystal Palace own?
Yeah, it's Lyon.
Is it Lyon?
It's Lyon, yeah. So maybe that happening might make
Crystal Palace go into the Europa League.
Yeah.
Because that's what was killing them, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not just spewing a lot of trash right now.
Does that affect Palace then? I don't really know. Because, I mean, if they're talking about the same
I think
people...
he's a stakeholder, though.
Okay.
He's a stakeholder. So he's like, okay, I have a stake.
Palace fans are worried. I would be if they're like going by the same kind of consortium, whatever they call it.
That's crazy. That's what I'm thinking now. Because obviously, if he can financially cripple one team, why can you not do that to you guys?
Yeah.
Clearly, he's got.
Sure, they've got some safety nets in effect because what if then they start selling Palace's players? They can't,
stop
they
it!
Can't do that. They pay for it beyond that, but it does get you thinking though. I end up down a rabbit hole of all this kind of stuff. I've been looking into it all once and found out the news. It's kind of does send you in a rabbit hole, like what kind of happens with all this. So obviously the reason why Palace can get in Europe because you can't have an owner of two of the same teams. Or apparently what the rule is, you need to be making the UEFA aware of that. But I don't think Palace in any right mind thought they were going to win the FA Cup.
Yeah,
so that's what the issue was. So
I don't think they ever had an initial thought that they could even get there within the 5 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And when they just kind of got there so fast, it's kind of like, oh, we're here now, fixed up now. And now look at they're about to lose Eberechi, Eze, they're about to lose him for the 80 million to Tottenham, which I think is not a good sign. I think if he goes to Tottenham, I don't know. I don't like that move.
I think he'll do well at Tottenham.
I think he'll do well, but I just don't think it's a good career move. Like, he's gonna go to Tottenham and he's not gonna progress. You know what I mean? He's not gonna go there and start winning titles and winning accolades. That's not how it works.
Well, where's the best fit for them? Would you say?
Come to United.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, maybe not United.
Yeah,
but he needs to go somewhere a bit better than Tottenham.
I'd love United, but I don't think. I don't know. I said that he can't. He won't come, but who knows? The transfer window makes teams do crazy things. So we've seen crazier stories happen.
Yeah, of course. So obviously today's episode we're going to be talking about transfers.
Yeah.
So I've got my main man Fabrizio Romano.
That's our boy.
See what he's cooking up. Yeah. First thing first,
I don't trust nothing that anyone says unless I see
Fabrizio saying it.
Put it on.
Unless I hear him go, here we go.
Yeah.
Then it's like, yeah, it's done. But straight up, Ronaldo staying in Saudi. Staying in there until 2027.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to the World Cup. That's all that
100%. I'm surprised he stayed there, to be fair. But I mean, it's obvious why he has stayed. They've obviously come with some extortionate money for him to stay. But I mean, fair play to him. I think that Saudi League needed him to stay, I think, to kind of keep promoting it, I think. Because they're doing some crazy stuff over there. They're linked to literally everyone. Every time I see some, it's always Saudi clubs, obviously linked with this person, linked with that person. So, I think for that league to become more popular, he had to stay, I think.
Yeah,
so,
of course. The next thing is there's talks, just transfer rumours.
Okay.
Arsenal looking to sign a centre-back by the name of Christian Mosquera.
He's the defender from Valencia, I believe.
That's the one,
okay,
yeah. Check you with the ball knowledge.
Yeah, you know me, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is he any good?
He's all right. I think he'll fit them. I know looking for a new centre-back, but I don't think he's one that's going to come and potentially start straight away, because obviously they've got two elite centre-backs there, you'd think, anyway. But it'd be a good cover prospect to come in and do a job for him, I think, 100%.
I think he'll get good game time, though.
Yeah, because they'll be playing different, obviously, competitions. They'll need that kind of squad depth and rotation to be able to have players to come in and do a job. So yeah, he'll get some game time. Yeah. I just don't see he's starting over, obviously, Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a good signing for sure. If they manage to get one over the line. Yeah. Another one from Arsenal as well is they've agreed a deal to sign Christian Norgard from...
I've seen that for 11 million.
Yeah.
From
Brentford. Feels like a bargain, that to me.
I don't know. It's like a bargain, but it's like he is worth 11 million, right? Yeah.
I just feel like anytime you see anything like transfer fee, anything less than like 20 million, you always just can't think it's a bargain.
It's a bargain, isn't it? Yeah. You never know what you're going to get with him. Like, he might just be a solid player. Yeah. You know what I mean? But here's one here. United are confident in getting Mbeumo for 60 million.
I think that's a done deal. I think because he's given us priority, I feel like I can't see how that kind of does go away for us. I mean, have to sign him. After that, we need to make some progress on signing a striker. I think that's our next big business, I think.
It's just 60 million though, isn't it?
It's a lot of money for someone who's got 1 year left on his deal. Definitely, it's a lot of money to be forking out for someone like that.
Yeah, I think we should go on for at least like 40.
But he's a good player. You can't deny them. Them goals and assists demands money, I guess. So
that's true.
I think we want to see United. Obviously, keep on top of United because I think there's quite a lot needs to be done at our club. I think outgoings in particular.
You only got Cunha, innit?
No, I mean, yeah, we've got Cunha for now. I mean, outgoings need to happen regardless.
Oh, that's Garnacho.
And that's where I want to start. Because that snake, he is digging himself a grave here for me.
He literally just posted the other day with Aston Villa shirt on.
Mate, imagine like the players doing that back in the day.
But it's not a big issue. Obviously, he's mates with Rashford. Come on,
I know, but it's just
grew through the ranks together. Like no one had a problem with. Literally, you think he did it like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Ahmad is wearing a Brighton jersey. But then again, I think it was Adingwe's jersey.
Yeah, but that's different. He's purposely doing that because he's been linked to. He's been linked to that club. You can't be going around doing that. It's pathetic. Sort yourself out.
I think he's playing the game well.
He's supposed to be
trying to be a superstar. Yeah, trying to be a superstar.
Acting like he's 14 years old. Just grow up here, mate. Come on.
That's struck a nerve with you, isn't it? That's really struck a nerve.
No, doesn't want to play for the club. Don't play for the club. Do it in the right way. Don't go around wearing like shirts with like
Yeah.
Especially if he's been linked to that club. It's like different, like where
he's kind of pushing the needle.
Yeah. I mean, if go to Villa, Arsenal that time. It's just the kind of stuff you don't want to be seeing from a player. You know what I mean? It's just so annoying. So they're the kind of players I want out of my club. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want these players out of my club because they're just not there to wear the badge. They're just there for the views. That's what that's what he feels like to me. He's not,
because obviously United's thing now is
he thinks he's a lot better than what he is.
That's the issue. Yeah. That's the issue. That is the issue. I mean, obviously United's problem is obviously they need to get profit off these players. They need to make profit. I'm
going to go back to the first episode. I remember one wise man telling me at the start of the episode about talent and attitude.
Was that me or was it you?
It was you.
What did I say?
Because we talked about when obviously when you coming up through your youth and you said about talent and attitude, about sort of, was it I think is it sort of along the lines of something working harder or something.
Of course. Yeah. So what I was saying, obviously, you can have the talent, but if you can't follow instructions, you're not gonna get far. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't follow instructions. He didn't do that. So I don't know how he's made it this. I think he's made it this far just based alone on just talent alone.
Yeah.
Attitude is the word.
The attitude is going to kill his career, unfortunately.
And that's what his issue is. That's why he doesn't even show that passion when he's even on the pitch. I know he wants to play every game, but does he want to play every game because he's trying to get to a stardom, or do you want to play every game because he's passionate about playing the game?
Yeah.
That's something that he needs to sit down and figure out himself.
Some people want the best of both worlds where it links, and you can get to that kind of stage.
Yeah, of course.
But you've got to have the right attitude for that. Like, look at the attitudes of like your big star players out there, and they're not like what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? So it's got to change. He needs to sort his attitude because he has got talent. He's got the skill set to be a good player.
Of talent as well,
just the attitude will let him down. When something doesn't go your way, don't throw your toys out the pram. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, if you want to leave and you know you're going to leave, do it the right way. I'm sure your agent will find you a move. You're good enough to get a move somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean? So don't do all this, just like this crap stuff out of words.
Obviously, Norgard coming into Arsenal. Thomas Partey's leaving.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one.
I think it's contract issues. I think that one.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I think, and he's got a bit of trouble. I
wasn't trying to bring scandal to this podcast today.
I love everyone loves a bit of scandal. Yeah, but
everyone thinks he's got a bit of there's something going on in behind the scenes of him, I believe.
Yeah, something to do with him flying back to Spain,
maybe
to go attend some court proceedings.
Yeah,
Lord knows what's going on there.
He's done something dodgy on there because they've made sure he's been unnamed if it is him, but we don't know. This disclaimer, we don't know, but definitely something dodgy going on there with him, I think. So I guess we'll hear more about that because we'll see if anyone actually tries to sign him if he ends up leaving Arsenal. I don't know. Is his contract done now or is it next year?
It's done now. He's leaving this summer.
Okay.
But obviously they signed Norgard, so I think they're all good.
That's why I've done it too.
Yeah. And obviously I seen one today that kind of struck me the wrong way. Now, you know Yusufa Moukoko?
I did see this one actually.
He's gone to Copenhagen for 5 million.
Crazy move, that, to be fair.
I don't understand it. I thought he was next up. Is he now just a failed wonder kid?
I feel like he should be like 30 years old. I'm pretty sure he's only like 25. I feel like he's been 16.
20.
He was 16 forever.
He's 20.
20, Jesus.
He's 20 years old, yeah. He started when he was like 16, obviously.
That's something. I feel like he's been around forever. He's one of them players. I just feel like.
I think when he was like 16, he scored about 100 goals in the academy.
Yeah.
So that's what, brought him to where he is now.
Yeah.
And then obviously I think he's had attitude problems from then on. Yeah, he had
again another one.
Poor attitude problems. I think he was in his head he was bigger than what he was already.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know how Dortmund are like. Dortmund don't really. German football don't really stand for all that, do they?
No.
That superstardom kind of thing. So now he's going Copenhagen for 5 million. I think he had a poor loan at Nice. That's what seeing this move get done.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I imagine him being in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But there's like a rumour, another scandal. Might be 24, 25.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with footballers and scandals and stuff? Just
they love it.
You get paid loads of money. Just play football. That's all you've got to do. Do you know what I mean?
They go, come on, you need a bit of scandal. Come on.
No, yeah, it is, because you can't avoid it. I think it's more because their lives in the limelight. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like...
everything's in a magnified glass. That's what I'm saying. Did I get the right saying?
I think
Perfect.
So, yeah.
But
under the microscope.
Under the microscope, that's what I meant to say. There you go.
Yeah.
Everything they do is under the microscope. That makes a lot worse.
Your thought process is right. Yeah.
But like 5 million to Copenhagen is shocking. I don't want to speak about it anymore because this one here kind of made me mad. And I've touched on this about the Italian league.
Okay.
So AC Milan signed Modric.
Okay, yeah.
Modric is 39 years old.
He is.
How are they going to progress as a league if this is the players that they're going to be signing?
I mean, if Modric was available and United could I'd tell you I'd have him there.
Okay, that's not the point I'm trying to make though, because United. Do you get what I mean? Why are they slow? They slow themselves down.
Yeah. By
signing all these veteran players.
Yeah.
Like, why is Inter Milan still playing with Mkhitaryan?
Crazy. And Hakan as well.
Charnoglu.
Is he still
yeah. These guys on FIFA, they got like paces of 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, but then when players are running past them, they're just like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
You got a 38-year-old centre back. Some 38-year-old centre backs they're in Monterrey. That's where they belong. Like, they need to get the last paycheck, but they
shout out to Ramos. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy for me, man.
This next one, I know is going to hurt your feelings a little bit. Your boy, Paul Pogba, is back.
Yes. What do you mean hurt my feelings? I hurt my feelings that he's going to Monaco.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him in the Prem, but I think...
But you are going to see him in the Champions League. That's all that matters.
Good enough. That's all that matters. I think one season's all he needs.
To get back to his...
One season,
yeah,
and then he's going to get a transfer move in next summer.
Not another 100 million to United though.
No, oh my God, I hope not. Maybe even like a 10 million, but not 100 million. But yeah, I think we'll get a move back. I think we'll get a move by the summer. He'll go to Ligue and do what he does best anyways, because he's going to probably walk through that league.
Yeah.
And then
it's a brilliant signing for them though.
Oh, that's a good sign. They're signing Ansu Fati as well from Barcelona.
Another failed Wonderkid. What's this? Is the failed Wonderkid show maybe
it's
today?
The failed Wonderkid, yeah. We'll talk about Freddie Adu in a minute as well if you want.
And I've got another one as well to be fair to talk about in a minute as well. So yeah, I mean, this is the failed Wonderkid show, I guess. Yeah,
that's what I mean. But literally, like, it's good for them.
Yeah,
it's a good signing. It's good for. It's good. I think everyone's a winner in this, and that's in that deal. Obviously, it brings that publicity to Pogba and Monaco. It's good publicity. I think the shirt sales will go through the roof as well, because now you're getting a star French player coming back to the French league. You know what I mean? So, and he never played in the French league before, so
it's crazy that as a French player.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like no, it does not make it. It's not make have you start off there or whatever. But I mean, what does that do for Monaco then? This year, does that put them kind of a couple of signings? Does that put them challenging? I know it's to say because PSG are just so elite. Does it give PSG a bit of a thing to look over the shoulder and be like, oh, we've got a team here that can do something? I think
obviously when it comes to that French league, I think it's just more of just a personal goal. They got their own personal target that they need to hit.
Yeah.
Because obviously they hit that personal target, then they're hitting quotas where they can get a bit more money.
Yeah.
So obviously they get more money to finish second, third, fourth. But I don't think they're going to take the first spot off PSG. I think PSG are just too strong.
Yeah, 100%. I just feel like they'd have to have a bit more looking over the shoulder of like that league. Like you say, they're always well looking. But I think it does maybe just kind of gives a bit more of an exciting look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially probably going, like I say, if he does come back into the form that we know he's potentially capable of. It could be interesting, I think.
I'd be so happy to see that.
Yeah.
But let's swiftly move on to the most overrated striker in the world. Morata's going Como.
Yes, he is linked to Como.
Shocking.
He's given the green light to that move. Again, like we spoke about.
Who owns Como?
I don't know who owns it. I'm pretty sure. Isn't that it says Fabregas the manager there?
Fabregas is the manager. I don't know if he owns it though.
I don't think he owns it.
A stake in it. I think Thierry Henry's got a stake in it though.
Has he?
Yeah. Because they're always there, innit?
But this guy is literally just every transfer window. It's like he just wants to be a part of it. I know we spoke about it in the last episode as well. It's kind of like every year you see him just like he's linked with everyone. Like every year he has to take a move every transfer window.
He has to. Of course he has to. Obviously, over to Brazil. Neymar signed until December now.
I've seen that.
So he's staying until the end of the Brasileiro.
I just thought he was still injured.
I thought he was just injured, yeah.
I just thought he was going to come back. He's going to keep claiming he's injured and just retire.
They're even about to get relegated, you know. They're jokers, you know. They're absolute jokers.
He's one of the best teams in Brazil as well.
They're not.
Well,
they used to be, yeah. But see, in Brazil, they've got this rule where every 2 years they have to change the owners. Did you know this?
Is that an actual rule?
Oh my bro, it is the rule. Like every they can't have the same owner for longer than 2 years.
What's the thought process behind that then?
It makes it more interesting. It balances out everyone's team because.
Do you find like people with like if you can get one team going to another one, is that how it works? Always kind of swapping owners and stuff.
It's not really swapping.
Can you sign someone's owner? Do you know what I mean? Like make a 5 million transfer bid for you. Yeah,
I'm not too sure, but literally they have this thing where like the owner can't own the team for longer than 2 years just because. Basically, I'm guessing they don't want you to build a dynasty there or something. But
okay.
It's more just to do so like we're keeping it even and competitive, and it has been keeping competitive. That's why obviously Santos, they obviously if you look at the Brazilian leagues, a lot of these teams they do chop and change. Sometimes one team might be at the top, but only on top for like 2-3 years, and then obviously the owner gets changed out, and you get a brand new winner. So I think maybe that's what the thought process behind it. But
do you reckon it's not a safety thing? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are getting like especially in that league, you see just so many crazy riots and fights and stuff. Do you not think it's because it's safety? So you can't be in the owner for more than 2 years in case
you
might be suspect of death threats or something. I don't really know, especially if your team's not doing so well.
It's a tough one though. It's a tough one because obviously this transfer window, I think this might be that transfer window where it's kind of a make or break.
Yeah.
Because now it's teams that are in the Champions League, they're signing players who they think obviously. Because now we need to make a team that's going to beat PSG basically, and PSG are that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only team I can think getting close to beating PSG probably Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But even that one's a bit of a technical one.
Depends if they've got a new manager, so that'll be more like see how they get on. Time will tell on that one, I guess.
Yeah.
I know we've been speaking about failed Wonderkids, and we've spoke obviously about Real Madrid there. Sticking with La Liga, I've seen that Barcelona are going to sign Rooney Bardghji, you know, a guy from
Copenhagen.
Yeah,
is he good?
He was a Wonderkid on Football Manager. I know that. Yeah. Was touted to be good. He's still young, so as I say, failed is a bit of a loose term for him because he's still very young. So I feel like he's got a lot of potential. I think he'll do well at Barcelona. Imagine if he comes and as I tell you, imagine him on one side and you got Lamine Yamal on the other.
Yeah,
it's game over. I think it could be that good. Do you know what I mean?
Well, obviously Barcelona's main deal this summer is trying to bring in Nico Williams.
Yeah,
and
again, another good. Yeah.
They leaked like the manager's the coach's plans on how he wants to play it. So obviously he's trying to play like a 4-3-3 attacking, where obviously Nico's on the left, Lamine's on the right. But Lewandowski plays as a false 9, and obviously then allows Rafinha to be in the middle. So I think that's how they want to play it, which I think personally is it's a scary sight. That imagine all 4 of those players rushing at you. I think that's going to be a tough one, especially with who am I missing now? There's another Barcelona player, Olmo, with Olmo as well, as who's on the bench and he's ready to come out, and Frankie De Jong just ready to play. So Barcelona got a great squad. The back line's a bit shaky.
Do you reckon they can go a bit further this year to get Williams? Do you reckon they can do that step further than what they've done last year?
I think Champions League. If they get Williams, I don't see why they cannot make it to the finals. And if they don't make it to the finals, it will be an utter failure. and only they'll know how they didn't make it to the finals.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
100%. I feel like they had the right thing. They've got the right players. They're all young as well. That's a scary thing.
That's the thing, yeah. I think they need to get rid of Lewandowski, though. Not rid of him, but they need to utilize him a bit better in terms of obviously bringing him off the bench in. So I think Rashford works perfect.
As a striker for them.
If they had to get him in, but obviously they're trying to get him in on a loan deal.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit more difficult, but because United are trying to obviously make profit off Rashford, so we'll see how that works for them.
They said they come out with they only want 40 million from which I think is reasonable
Yeah.
for a player that's still fairly young as well in Rashford. So I mean, it's definitely good money for him. I think if we can get that in, perfect.
Real Madrid did their business early before the Club World Cup. I think we touched on that in one of the episodes in the past. Obviously, they got Trent for 10 million so they can play him in the Club World Cup. They got who else did they sign this season?
Franco
Mastuano, who's coming after the Club World Cup, and they signed Dean Huyson.
Huyson as well. Yeah,
they've got a very young backline.
Yeah,
very nice backline.
They're still in talks to sign that Alvaro Fernandez, our old academy prospect from Benfica.
Yeah,
it looks like they're going to sign him as well. Because who is their left back currently? I don't think they've got a decent left back.
So their left back is Phil and Mendy.
Yeah,
but they don't play him.
Yeah, it's weird.
They don't play him. They still got Asensio.
Yeah, I'm always said about that.
I don't think they. I don't know about him. I don't like him.
They're not there.
I think he's like a Sergio Ramos regen, but he's a bit worse than Sergio Ramos.
The traditional left back is what they need, so I think that's what they're going to get to sign him.
I thought they were going to get Davies. What's happened to that?
I don't know if that's still going ahead or that's gone through or not.
I don't know, because obviously I think I don't know if he's free this summer, but
did he not
has he been playing the Club World Cup?
Did he not sign a new deal?
I don't know. Imagine just a free agent. I do be seeing him on Twitch though. That's
I see him on Twitch quite a lot, to be fair.
It's a tough one though. Let me see who else. Yeah.
He signed a contract extension by Munich till 2030.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he must have said no.
So he's staying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Obviously, Christensen's leaving Barcelona.
Yep.
Crazy that. And Mastuano, we said before, is going straight to Real Madrid after the Club World Cup. So I think in terms of business, everyone's did their bit. Leverkusen signed Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
Totally touched on that in the episode last week.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a good signing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. They need some players. Obviously, Eric Ten Hag's first kind of sign, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean they took both of his key players.
But they've got all that works money to spend, haven't they, really? So might as well make use of it.
Quite a bit of money.
Well, didn't they lose Jonathan Tah though to Bayern Munich
for free though?
That's the replacement for him. I think that's what that must be then.
Yeah, it's a replacement for him, but they lost Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Their team kind of decimated a little bit. Kind of feels like Ten Hag has been set up to fail a little bit there, but he's spend that money, I guess. I think he'll do all right there.
Just depends who they bring in. That's all it is now.
Hopefully, Anthony or Garnacho or someone just take him off our hands.
Stop. I think Anthony's going back to Betis. They're trying to do something there.
They've just sold, Betis have sold player Johnny Cardozo to Atletico Madrid to build up the funds to hopefully make an attempt to sign Anthony, which would be quite decent for us.
Why are you trying to keep him so bad? What did he do to them?
Who?
Anthony.
What did they do? What?
He must have done something to Real Batista. They're just like, yo, we love you.
Oh, he come in. He's scored like 3 goals and a few assists. He come in and done quite well over that short period. So I think he obviously contributed massive to them getting to the Europa Conference final.
Yeah,
I think obviously
they lost.
They lost, but just to get there, having that kind of, you know what I mean, being able to do well in such a European competition for them is hopeful, I guess. So maybe that's why they want to keep him. He done well, fan favourite, I guess, over there for the short time he was there. But I'm happy to see these players go for United. Like I say, get the money in and let's spend it in the right areas, I guess.
And I'm happy about that. I really am happy about that. Again, it's a tough one because I keep going back to United and their outgoings, but it doesn't even look like anyone's even interested in our players. They are, but it's not moving. Nothing's being done about it.
I feel like we started our window. We got Cunha in quite quick.
Very quick.
Then the Mbuemo news was quite quick. And then it's just been stale.
And just, cause I don't know who we get in after that. Cause I don't think we even got any more money.
We need a striker. I think we need to raise funds. I think it would player sales first. But
Hoyland's going back to the Italy league.
I'm alright with that.
Bro, I can tell you now, bro. I will go to his house and I'll pack his bags for him, bro.
That's nice
Oh
of you.
God, bro. Like I will help him
nice of
pack
that,
them.
yeah.
But yo, he needs to dip because, bro, like yo, how long have you had that? 2 seasons? You've been United 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The 2 seasons have been shocking. 2 shocking
They've
seasons.
not been anywhere near the price tag that we paid.
2 shocking seasons. I mean, both from like 70 million, 77. Shocking.
Yeah.
I don't know who be in these boardrooms when it comes to discussing the prices, because they need to get me in on them. Because I would be like, nah, no.
Like,
I wouldn't mind signing for 50 million. I would have been like, alright, cool. We'll only go for
they'll be
50
writing
million.
things down on the whiteboard. You'll be over there like scrubbing them out and stuff
Just
like
screaming
that.
out like, no, this is not happening. And that's my role, just to tell him, yo, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was the best signing. Obviously, we're keeping Xerxes.
I like Xerxes, though. He's got that weird.
I don't like him.
He's got that weird flair about him where I think he can do a job for us. I think we need a striker. That's the number one priority. I think after if we get Mbuemo as a striker, but Gyökeres has given his priority to Arsenal, which is the big news that we did not really touched on since we've done an episode. But yeah, Gyökeres has given his priority to Arsenal, which is not a no to United, which is annoying. But I don't want to feel like we're someone's second best.
But even with Gyökeres as well, like what's his deal? Like, how come with someone of his caliber? I know he's gone a bit mad at Sporting Lisbon at the minute because obviously they're not accepting nothing. But why is he still on the transfer market for this long? Like, am I missing something?
What's happened is they've obviously had issues with the owners over there saying that they were going to let him go for this amount, and then when it's actually come round to doing that, they've gone back on the word, which is not really fair.
Is that why he's gone a bit mad? He kind of lashed out on Instagram, innit?
Because they said, "Oh yeah, we'll let you go for 65 million." Then the actual presidents have come out and said, "We never said that. We said we'd let you go for less than your release clause," which is just a terminology thing to say. His release clause, I think, is 100 million euros. Yeah. So they just said, "We'll let you go for less than that." We never said 65. So it's kind of like they've come out and done him dirty, because I reckon that's been said and agreed in a meeting somewhere, and then now they're going back on the word and saying
it's not been written down anywhere.
Yeah, so now they're saying we're just for safe in less than your release clause. They're asking, I think now the price tag's like more 75, 80 million they want for him euros. So it's a big difference.
It is a big difference. So obviously we've got Gyökeres, who's still a striker that's available on the market. Osimhen is available.
Yep.
Like, well, what's going on with him? No one's really talking about him.
I think his wage demands are an issue. I think he's
Yeah.
wanting loads of money. I mean, obviously, I think we're coming out and we're not being at the club anymore. Like, because you've seen the issues we've got now with trying to get rid of Sancho off the books. No one wants to pay the wages.
No one, and I feel for him as well, because obviously he's at that stage where he's just like, he could leave, go to a big club, and slash his wages.
Yep.
But he's not going to slash his wages. Not for United at all. I don't think he even likes United. If he could get 300k off United as long as he can, I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, everyone in my mind would. If you're getting that much money, you just sit there and not really play. Oh, it's a bit.
Oh, but that's even better.
It's not good for your career.
That's even better. Like I'd do that. I'd 100% do that, because like, why not? Do you know what I mean?
Getting over 1 mil a month at that point, why not?
300k is crazy, though, for Sancho as well. But then again, when he did come in, he was worth that. But now he's just not even worth 100k.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way back in for him. I don't think.
I mean, is there any moves that you are looking forward to see, like in Europe?
I just want to kind of see much more about what we do, United as a team. I want us to sign a striker. I want us to do some business, because we can't. Yeah. We literally can't be that same team from last year. He can't, like you said in the previous episode there. Like, if we don't do something in this window and either get rid of all deadwood, all the players causing issues, and then we don't really invest much. We obviously invested in a couple of players, but I'd be happy just to invest in 2 or 3 players and get rid of all the players that are causing all the problems that are obviously affecting the team, and then see what happens in there. But we've got to look like we're doing something, because, like you said,
we do it fast as well.
Like I said in the last episode, if we start the season bad, he could be in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
I think the only positives I can take away from United season, obviously in terms of transfer season and now, is the fact that we have nothing. Like, we've not got European football, we've just got Premier League and obviously domestic.
But I think that's a good thing for us.
That's what I'm saying. That's the positive I can see.
Yeah, it's good.
So, if we can utilise on that and obviously make a real push to get into the top half of the season, and top 4, to try to get a Champions League spot again, then I think it will set us up nicely for next summer. So I feel like we're not trying to sign players for now. We're trying to sign players so that or get us over to that finish line. I think that's what Ruben Amorim's kind of plan is.
I know we've done a lot of investment into youth players and stuff, and we've got so many good youth players coming through, but I just don't feel like this manager might not have the time to see that if he doesn't improve the current state of the team. He won't be able to obviously relish in that kind of the good youth players coming through, because I feel like he might have the time to. But we can't keep being this club that's just constantly doing rebuilds and changing managers. And because if he goes and buys all these players now for his system, and then we sack him. Then we've got
I'm going to be so annoyed. That's going to annoy me even more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's going to set us back even more years. And it's kind of like, it's just... And everyone probably sat home listeners loving it, the fact that we're literally losing our heads. But I mean, that's us at the minute. That's just what our club is, unfortunately. Is there a way back? Yeah, of course. Obviously, like what Liverpool have done over the years. They remember their team when they were rocking Ricky Lambert up front.
Oh my God, I love Ricky Lambert, bro.
I know, but Fabio Barini on the left and all that, it's kind of like...
Fabio Barini has the best agent in the world.
Yeah, but look what they've come back from. Do you know what I mean? If they can do it, Jesus, surely we can.
And we got the star power to do it, bro. At the end of the day, bro, we still got the marketing, we've got the money as well. Just got a lot as well. Just
decent players still turning down these big clubs, Champions League football to come towards it. Shows still got the pull.
Yeah.
But how long does that last?
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Won't be there forever if there's no players that are coming and want to be that guy and say, I helped change Man United and all this. And it's good to obviously want to be that player because it makes me want to come to the club. But how long before it becomes, I don't want to go to United because they're not a big team anymore? It's slowly becoming that, so something's got to change and quickly, I think. So
I don't want to become an Everton,
like a fallen big team. Don't want to see
it. Just don't want to just be in the Premier League for the sake of being in the Premier League.
Yeah, you're just there to make up the numbers.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling, is it?
No, it's definitely not.
So we need a bit more signings. I'm guessing we're gonna have a bit more signings after the Club World Cup. I think a lot of teams are just waiting until the Club World Cup kind of finishes, so that they can resume signing a bit faster, a bit more frequently as well.
Well, I didn't want to get everyone in before pre-season starts. Pre-season starts next month in a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks, we're only a month out from the Premier League. It only starts 4 or 5 weeks out because you play a few games, don't you? So, I mean, let me just have a quick check of when United's first pre-season game is. Let's say so.
We're missing a few players. Obviously, if we can sign a defender, that'd be great.
I don't think we need defenders, I really don't.
I think we do. I think we need at least one centre back. Who we got now? Lisandro Martinez and De Ligt.
Euro, Maguire, Aidan Heaven.
Okay.
Cool.
Got me. I don't
think we need defenders. Left back, we've got Luke Shaw, Dorgu. We've got.
No, Luke Shaw needs to go.
But Diego Leon's coming in for that South American kid that we signed. Yeah, he's coming back off his loan again because we bought him, didn't we? Loaned him out. Got him coming back, which is good. Right, we've got Mazraoui, Dalot as well on the right side. Even I might if we need to play right wing back to be a bit more attacking. I think defence is not really an issue. It also looked an issue because of the way we're conceding the goals, but I think it's because
Nana's leaving.
I'll throw a party. I'll throw that guy a party. Yeah.
I'll throw him a party and a goodbye party and help him pack the bags. I'm surprised you're leaving.
I don't know how true this is. I've seen on a thingy on Facebook, like a link thing. I don't know if it's true. I don't believe sometimes the links you click on. But he said that. I read somewhere United have sold Onana's house to try and force him to move because I think clubs when they first get players in,
they buy a house for you.
They own the houses, don't they? So they give players a house to live in until they kind of get settled. And I heard that United had sold his house because they wanted to get rid of him. I don't know how true that is, but that'd be quite funny if that was the case.
That would be jokes, that.
Yeah, pre-season for us starts on July the 19th. Actually.
Oh, that's not too far.
Our first game's Leeds. I think it's in the pre-season tournament. I think it's in America. I think so. But yeah, it's not too far away. A couple of weeks away.
Yeah, we'll survive them. Yeah. We'll survive it. Chelsea, they're still in the business. I think they're trying to get Gittins.
Gittins was one we spoke about briefly last year.
Do you think you'll get him?
I don't know if he's a good player or not. I don't feel like I've seen enough on him personally, if I'm honest. I feel like these players. Did he come from a Premier League club and go to Dortmund? Is that what happened?
I'm not too, I think Dortmund signed him from the academy.
Okay. What, from a Premier League academy?
Yeah, from a Premier League academy.
Because I feel like these players come in and then you kind of don't really see too much of them. I mean, it's not really mad money they're going to pay for him. He played 32 games last year in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Scored 8 goals, 3 assists. Not terrible numbers.
Not the worst, no.
But it's kind of...
Where did he come from?
I think it was City, actually.
That's good.
Yeah. So in his youth career, he played for Chelsea in his youth career, which is kind of mad. Where you see these players leave a youth system,
And then go back,
end up going back for the money. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, he was at City from 2018 to 2020. He's been at Dortmund for in his youth career. He went to Dortmund youth system in 2020 to 2022. Then he was promoted to the first team in 2022. So, decent career, but I don't think I've seen enough for myself or even heard his name much. I didn't even, So when I see him get linked, I was like, I didn't really know kind of too much of him, so I don't know what kind of player he is or how good he actually is.
Well, I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see what Chelsea have to offer. Obviously, they've got new players in, they've got Delap in as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Delap. Because like I said, I like strikers.
Yeah.
So I want to see how Delap does, see if he breaks that number 9 curse.
Yeah.
I hope he does as well, man.
Like I say, speaking of strikers, Arsenal obviously still need one.
I don't think they are going to sign one. Like if it's not Gyökeres, it's not going to sign anyone. They're just
because if Gyökeres offering the money for you, you need to go and sign him. If you don't sign him, then
bluffing.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if they went to United and said, "Yo, can we have 65 million?" We're paying it straight away.
Yeah, I feel like it's between Gyökeres and Sesko. I think for Arsenal, if they sign anyone,
I seen that. Who do you think is better, Sesko or?
I think numbers wise, you'd say Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Sesko. I don't know if I feel like he's a complete striker, but I feel like they're pretty much similar players. But I do feel like Gyökeres' numbers are better. But
yeah, I mean, I think Gyökeres is a bit more of a complete striker.
Yeah.
In terms of obviously got the
Sesko come again, another wonder kid. He's not failed wonder kid. He's done quite well, obviously. Yeah. But I think he was before he went to Salzburg, which where he is now. Is it Leipzig?
No, Leipzig. Leipzig.
He left Salzburg to go to Leipzig, didn't he?
I did. So how come they allowed to do that?
I don't know. But he was tied to go to United at one point and didn't go when he went to Leipzig instead.
Yeah.
I don't know if how much truth is in actually trying to sign him, but I knew we were linked to him. But yeah, I mean, I think he's a good player, Sesko. I think it'd be a good test for him to come to the Premier League. I think I said that about a lot of players. You're not really made it until you've played in the Premier League. I feel like so.
You think he slots in there?
It'd be good. I think Arsenal just need a big number 9 that can lead the front line and score goals, whether that be via the feet or by the head.
Win headers. Because they got the best set pieces. Just need someone just to
look how well defenders do scoring goals and stuff. I mean, they've got a good squad. I think they just missed that dynamic striker. Can they get a striker that's going to put 20 goals away for them? I think it puts them right back up there. They're just missing that 20, 30 goal striker. But 30 goals always tough in the Premier League, but I think 20 goals is realistic, especially in that Arsenal team. It's a good team. They're just missing a number 9.
Crazy, man. And is there anyone else we're missing out on?
Not for now, I don't think. I feel like there's quite a bit to cover. Probably missed out on a couple of smaller ones, but I mean, realistically, I think we've covered the main bits, the big bits. The bits that we want to cover, I guess. I think we're just more about seeing where United go. I think that's what everyone likes to watch us struggle. So
it's hurting my heart, man.
It's hurting my heart
sometimes, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, though, by the start of the season, the team's got some new additions. Hopefully,
yeah. I think we'll see a bit more of a faster flow of transfers, especially after the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
So once that ends, I think the more players will start coming back in.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Well, we'll be here weekly to cover it, so
100%.
That's all that matters.
Perfect.
Well, that's been us, Not Fit for Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.